Meghan Markle reportedly had something far more valuable on her mind during her recent UK visit than simply repairing the fractured relationship between Prince Harry and his father. According to royal sources cited in the claims surrounding the visit, Meghan was allegedly determined to get access to some of Princess Diana's vintage jewelry. And this is where the story gets seriously awkward. Sources claim Meghan has developed a strong fascination with Diana's jewelry and has wanted some of those pieces for herself. The allegation is that she has even pushed Harry to pursue the matter, hoping he could use his position as Diana's son to secure access to pieces connected to his late mother. But Harry reportedly refused. And that refusal allegedly didn't end the conversation. According to the claims, when Harry and Meghan traveled to the UK for their private meeting with King Charles, Meghan had another objective in mind. Reconciliation may have been part of the agenda, but royal jewelry was allegedly never far from her thoughts. The Sussexes' private meeting with King Charles naturally attracted enormous attention. After years of tension between Harry and his family, any private meeting between father and son was always going to generate speculation. But according to the royal insider claims, Meghan's focus allegedly went beyond family peace. The jewelry. That's what supposedly mattered. And then came the alleged confrontation with the palace's security arrangements. Royal sources claim Meghan was prevented from entering certain rooms during the visit because guards were reportedly instructed not to allow her access. That reportedly frustrated her, and you can understand why this claim has caused such a reaction. Princess Diana's jewelry isn't ordinary jewelry. Every piece carries history. Every necklace, bracelet, ring, or pair of earrings associated with Diana has enormous sentimental and financial value. More importantly, those pieces are tied directly to the memory of one of the most famous women in modern royal history. So when claims emerge that Meghan allegedly wanted access to Diana's collection, people immediately start asking what exactly she hoped to obtain, and why. This is where the story takes a very interesting turn. Harry has already worn and used pieces connected to his mother's legacy in different ways over the years. Meghan has also been photographed wearing jewelry associated with Diana, making the connection between Meghan and Diana's personal collection a subject of fascination among royal watchers. But according to the latest claims, Meghan allegedly wanted more. She allegedly wanted access to additional vintage pieces, and the alleged refusal reportedly came from Harry himself. That detail is particularly interesting because Harry is the person who would presumably have the strongest emotional connection to his mother's possessions. Diana wasn't simply a royal figure to him, she was his mother. So the idea that Meghan could allegedly push Harry to obtain particular pieces, only for him to refuse, adds another layer to the story. Then came the UK visit. The Sussexes reportedly met privately with King Charles during their time in Britain, something that was viewed as an important moment given the strained relationship between Harry and the royal family. For Harry, it was reportedly an opportunity to reconnect with his father. But according to the claims now circulating, Meghan allegedly had another interest, and that is where royal insiders say things became uncomfortable. The allegation is that palace security prevented Meghan from entering certain rooms, not because of some dramatic public confrontation, not because anyone wanted a scene, but because access was reportedly restricted, and that apparently frustrated her. Now people are asking why certain rooms mattered so much. What was inside? Who decided Meghan couldn't enter? And was Diana's jewelry among the reasons for the restrictions? Those questions are doing a lot of work in this story, because Buckingham Palace and the royal residences aren't ordinary houses where guests can simply wander wherever they please. There are private rooms, historic collections, and highly valuable possessions that are carefully protected. But the claim that Meghan specifically wanted access to Diana's jewelry makes the alleged restrictions much more intriguing. The timing is also raising eyebrows. The Sussexes were in Britain during a period when attention was already focused on Harry's relationship with his father. The public was watching for signs of reconciliation. They wanted to know whether the family could finally move forward. And behind the scenes, according to these claims, Meghan may have had her own priorities. That's what makes this story so explosive. Because if the allegations are accurate, the jewelry wasn't simply an afterthought. It was allegedly something Meghan had been interested in for some time. And the alleged refusal by Harry would mean the issue had already been discussed within the couple. That raises another uncomfortable question. Why would Harry refuse? Was it because the jewelry belonged to Diana's personal legacy? Was he unwilling to pressure his family over it? Or did he simply believe some things should remain where they are? Whatever the reason, the alleged refusal appears to have created tension around an already sensitive subject. And then came the palace security. If Meghan was allegedly prevented from entering certain rooms, it suggests the palace was taking control of access very seriously. That doesn't necessarily tell us what Meghan wanted, but it certainly explains why the claim has become such a talking point. Royal jewelry has always carried symbolism far beyond its price tag. When a royal woman wears a particular necklace or ring, people immediately want to know where it came from, who owned it, and what story sits behind it. Diana's pieces are even more emotionally charged because of the enormous public attachment to her. Her jewelry became part of her identity. So naturally, any claim that someone wants to take pieces from that collection is going to trigger a strong reaction. And Meghan's relationship with Diana's legacy has already been heavily discussed. She married Diana's second son. She has worn pieces connected to Diana. She has spoken publicly about the significance of Diana's life. Harry himself has frequently discussed his mother's influence on his life. So the connection is undeniable. But critics now want to know whether that connection has gone too far. Is Meghan simply honoring Diana? Or does she want to possess more of Diana's legacy herself? That's the question now sitting at the center of this latest royal controversy. And there's another detail that makes the story even more uncomfortable. The alleged jewelry request reportedly came during a visit that was supposed to be about reconciliation. Think about that. Harry and King Charles finally sit down privately after years of tension. The family is attempting to rebuild some kind of relationship. And according to the claims, there is speculation about jewelry at the same time. That is why royal watchers are dissecting every detail, because the Sussexes don't get many opportunities like this. Every private meeting becomes significant. Every royal residence becomes a backdrop for speculation. Every piece of Diana's jewelry becomes a symbol. And now, according to the royal insider claims, Meghan allegedly wanted access to some of those symbols. But the palace guards reportedly had other ideas. She allegedly couldn't enter certain rooms. The jewelry allegedly remained where it was. And the story ended with Meghan reportedly frustrated. If that is how the situation unfolded, it would explain why the alleged jewelry issue has become such a fascinating part of the Sussexes' UK visit. Because reconciliation is one thing, but Diana's jewelry is another. And now people are asking the question nobody wants to answer. Was Meghan's UK visit really about rebuilding bridges with the royal family? Or was she hoping to walk away with another piece of Princess Diana's legacy? The palace may never answer that question. But if the reports about restricted access and the alleged jewelry request continue circulating, people will keep wondering exactly what Meghan wanted behind those closed doors.